I'm Council President Tony Young, and I'd like to thank all of you for joining me here today to renew our commitment to the Hire a Youth program, a program very near and dear to my heart. Some of you might not know I used to be a coordinator for the Hire a Youth program, and it's something that I know is very important for any city that wants to be competitive in the future. Also here with me to show support for this program for young adults is Mayor-elect Bob Filner, Councilmember Sherry Leitner, Chair of the Council's Economic Development and Strategies Committee, Councilmember Marty Emerald, Mark Cafferty, CEO of the San Diego Economic Development Corporation, Peter Kallstrom, the CEO of the San Diego Workforce Partnership, and Jesus Ortega, the 12th grader from King Chavez High School. 5 years ago, I was involved in launching the local Hire a Youth program with a $10.9 million federal grant that's been implemented by the San Diego Workforce Partnership. Since 2009, the program has provided more than 3,000 teens and young adults summer jobs and workforce training. 3,000. Today, the San Diego City Council approved the final portion of its $200,000 commitment to expand the Hire a Youth program. And I want to say thank you to the city officials and business leaders who are gathered here, and we are able to continue with this important program aimed at tackling joblessness among young people. It's imperative for businesses, nonprofits, and government to work together in our most underserved communities to help provide pathways for our young people so that they can learn how to work and be able to get trained so that they can prepare for the future. And one of the things that I think is important to focus on is the part that businesses in the community are going to be supportive of the continuing education and training of our young people, something that I've talked about many times in the past. And I'm really happy that our Mayor-elect Bob Filner is here with us today to continue his commitment to support education and training for our young people in the city of San Diego. And with that, I'll introduce to you our Mayor-elect Bob Filner. Hey, Bob. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Tony Young. We're going to miss you and your commitment to education. You've led the way here, and we're going to have to find a way to continue your commitment to education. Of course, we got great council members and leadership in the city with Marty and Sherry here. So we're going to try to carry on that commitment. We know how important education is. I mean, it's our future. And when we have kids who are not supervised, who aren't learning, who are without activities, without being able to contribute to our community, they get into trouble. And this is a way to make sure that they become contributing members of our community. It's as simple as that. We have to make sure that they have work, that they have interesting work, that they understand the relationship between that work and their learning, and that they feel productive and worthwhile in our community. It's as simple and as complicated as that. And I thank the City Council for bringing back this program. We're going to work with you. Sherry and I are already talking about expanding the program. But the priorities of this city have got to be on education, have got to be in our young people, have got to be where these children need our help. And it's a lot cheaper to do it this way. It's a lot cheaper to do it this way. This kind of investment precludes then from us you having to use our cops, having to use our criminal justice system, having to use our healthcare system, on and on. So we're going to concentrate, when I'm mayor, on investments that will, in the end, save us money, make our community stronger, make our community safer, make our community really the finest in America. The voters of San Diego had the good sense to re-elect Sherry Leitner to the City Council. We're glad to have you back, Sherry. Thank you for your leadership in our youth programs.
Today, we are showing a real commitment to our young people and to our local economy by announcing a renewed focus on our Hire a Youth program. But we need to do more. The city has a real responsibility and role in connecting our companies and our youth to provide career opportunities. Summer jobs and internships have long been the gateway to the future. It is through these jobs that our teens and young adults learn responsibility and gain the necessary skills to be a productive part of our local workforce. Helping fund Hire a Youth is a step in the right direction, and the city's $200,000 investment will pay huge dividends. It will be the seed money to create innovative public-private partnerships designed to connect our teens and young adults with local companies looking for employees and looking to make a difference. It will translate into more jobs and internships and open up a world of possibilities for those who are most at risk for joblessness, providing training and career counseling. Helping connect people to careers is a top priority of mine, and Hire a Youth is a great way to do just that. It is a tangible way the City of San Diego can help our students and begin preparing the workforce of tomorrow, today. Something that is critical if San Diego wants to continue to compete on the global stage. Right now, San Diego has a skills gap. Even as our unemployment rate hovers at 8.6%, there are more than 50,000 unfilled jobs in San Diego as companies struggle to find qualified workers for the most in-demand jobs. We can and should do better. The City of San Diego must take a leadership role in workforce training, and that is why investing in Hire a Youth and other programs like it are so critical to our local economy. I look forward to continuing to work with the San Diego Workforce Partnership, our business community, and of course, Mayor-elect, soon-to-be Mayor Filner, to close San Diego's skill gap and ensure that our city is ready to compete on that global stage. I'd now like to introduce my colleague, Councilmember Marty Emerald.
I don't want to break with the program here, but I want to introduce these two young people who were at council just a little bit ago when we were voting on this $200,000 for the Workforce Partnership. And I was just saying, gee, I feel self-conscious that it's only $200,000, but Mr. Kallstrom for Workforce Partnership says, don't worry, it's huge, and we're going to leverage this money. And these two young people, you're what it's all about. Providing you a real world experience and exposure to the workplace, to different kinds of professions, and giving you the opportunity to see hands-on what's involved with those kinds of jobs and careers, to use this as an opportunity to find out what really does turn you on, what your passion is, where your talents are. That's what this is all about from a very grassroots level. And I just want to tell you that all of these people standing around you here are committed to you and your success. And this is just the beginning. You will be emissaries out there showing how valuable this program is. You will be an extension of the success of the program, and you are the secret. You're the reason we do all of this. So this is about our young people. It's about providing opportunities. I'm so thankful for the leadership of Mayor-elect Filner, my colleagues on the council, Tony Young and Sherry Leitner, and all of these great people here who actually do the hands-on work, the heavy lifting with the Workforce Partnership and Hire a Youth programs. So when you think about this program, think about young people like these two here, that this is about their future and the future of our local economy. And I want to thank everybody for their commitment. Now, the message goes out to employers. Maybe you have a small business, maybe you've got a big business, but I'll bet you, all of you, regardless of the size of your business, have a place for a young person. A place to bring a young person in, to mentor them, to give them opportunities and exposure to the work world. And we're asking you, challenging you even, find that spot, contact the Workforce Partnership, and open your doors to our young people. They are our future, and it's your opportunity to step into the future with them. So thank you very much for your commitment.
Marty, I just want to follow up on your challenge, because we're going to have with Mark and Peter. We're going to call in these businesses to come down and meet with us and commit themselves to doing this. We want them to understand the need, understand the public responsibility they have, and make it a competition about who can hire more. Let's bring them all here and say, we need you to work with our city and publicly commit to hiring whatever number. And we're going to make sure that, they sense that this is a community responsibility for all of us. Thank you, Marty.
Thank you, Bob.
All right, and I would also, there are a couple other folks here today. One of the people that has been very supportive of youth employment, not only in his former capacity, but also in his current capacity, Mark Cafferty, the CEO of the San Diego Economic Development Corporation.
Thank you. And the first thing I would want to say is it goes without saying to those of us who've done this work for a while that there's been no greater champion in the city of San Diego for youth employment than our council president, Tony Young. And while we will miss him at the council, we look forward to continuing to work on these efforts together. And picking up on what our new mayor, Bob Filner, said, in 1997, in the city of Boston where I grew up, doing work just like this, which is the work that I did when I first started my career, putting young people to work in our hospitals and in our utility companies and in our finance companies. Our mayor stood up at an event just like this, and we had put 3,700 young people to work in the summer of 1997, 3,700 young people. And we took every bit of effort in the city to do that. But he stood at a podium and he said, you know what, we're going to do 5,000 by 2,000. We're going to put 5,000 young people to work by 2,000. We had no idea how we would do it. We didn't know who the folks would be who would step forward, but it was that call to action by an urban mayor. And we have a new mayor who has run on a platform of connecting our neighborhoods to the economy, of connecting the young people and the adults in those neighborhoods to San Diego's vibrant economy. At the San Diego Regional EDC, we know that there's no way we will be a competitive region in the future if the young people who are growing up in San Diego do not have an opportunity to make it in this economy. We can attract the best and brightest from afar, but only if that is complemented by the young people who have grown up in San Diego, know this community, know the vibrant cross-border culture that we have, and know and understand the industries that are here in San Diego. So I'm proud every day to have an opportunity to represent the business community and work with this city council. There's few days where I'd be more proud than to stand up here today and talk about this effort. And I think at this point in time, I have the honor of turning it over, if the city council president doesn't mind me doing so, to the gentleman who now runs the San Diego Workforce Partnership and the organization that is going to help implement these programs, Mr. Peter Kallstrom.
Thank you. And I also want to thank Council President Young, because he is a true champion in making this possible. His leadership got the ball rolling, and in my time with the Workforce Partnership, every time I've met with Council President Young, the first thing he's asking about is, what about Hire Youth? How are we doing? How are we going to grow this? How are we going to make it better? So the passion has always been there, and the commitment is so strong. And Councilmember Sherry Lightner really took up this cause too, and workforce is a passion of hers to really do more in the community. She's stepped up to help lead the rest of the council in fulfilling Mayor Sanders' pledge of $100,000 to make this $200,000 commitment possible. So through the City Council and through the Mayor, you know, we are here today to celebrate the beginnings of a new Hire a Youth that's going to make 2013 so successful and so impactful. And again, having our new Mayor-elect Filner in place, who's, as you can see already, really committed, thinking of new ideas already on how we can leverage this, how we can bring in the employment community, how we can really provide opportunities for the youth who so deserve these opportunities to chart their future. Think of when you had your first job as a youth and how impactful that was to you years ago. I think of those first jobs I had, and they still resonate with me today in the work that I do. They were formative in who I am, how I operate, coming to work, earning a paycheck, the value of working, and it all starts young. And that's why Council President Young, again, is so passionate about this, because this is the beginning of the future of the youth that we serve. For the employment community who doesn't know about the Workforce Partnership, all you have to do is go to workforce.org. And there's a wealth of information, all the contact information to learn more about what we do, how you can partner up, how you can engage so many talented youth that are ready to work, who are excited, who just need that opportunity that we were given years ago. So as employers, workforce.org. And now I'm very honored to introduce Jesus Ortega, who is going to say a few words about his experience and what he's learned and experienced by going through Hire a Youth in our community. Jesus.
Good afternoon, everybody. I am Jesus Ortega. I'm a senior at King Chavez High School, and I'm here to speak on behalf of my internship program and Hire a Youth program. My internship turned out to be a very significant part of my high school experience. Internship helped me develop a lot of people skills. It helped me get through that barrier of shyness. It helped me express my feelings more with anyone, a stranger, someone I know. It helped me open up. I was fortunate to be placed at an internship where I got to help out senior citizens. My internship was with the Community Center for Health Advocacy and Education. It's a mouthful. It's a really long name. At this internship, I got to work up close and personal with a lot of senior citizens, like I mentioned. My partner and I made it possible for this center to open up beginner computer classes for all the seniors there. It showed me that even if we are a small part of something, or we believe we're a small part of something bigger, an organization, we are still essentially a very important part. For me, the internship program has taught me a lot, and it showed me great experiences, actually. Very interesting. This was a great experience for me because I developed friendships with most of the seniors there, the senior citizens, and I helped them improve their computer skills greatly. And I believe this internship program and the Hire a Youth program have had a great impact, not only in the community, but also on the students. Not only because of the great life skills that it showed every single one of us, but because of the great vibe, the positive vibe that it gives out into the community. Thank you.
I got to tell Jesus, I mean, I don't know where the shyness was, but I think we're only going to help you more if you pledge not to run against us for office. I mean, he's going to be good. He's going to be good. Thank you for your leadership.
And I'd also like to introduce Leslie Cedillo.
Good morning, everyone. I was also, sorry, I'm short. I was also involved with the internships in the Hire Youth program. I interned at the office of Mayor Jerry Sanders, and as well as Jesus said, it taught me very different skills, communication skills, and it's something that I will use when I'm in the future, when I decide to further my education in college. And I believe every student, every youth should go through this because it just shows you a lot. I believe that if a student goes through this, they will be more successful in life, and that's basically it. Thank you. That's pretty much it.